reward for our efforts. I expect Captain Brandt will know how to put what we've gleaned to good use. Now we must report to Captain Brandt. That's the way of things, is it not? Follow me, Master, if you would. I'll bring you to the one you seek.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Well met, sir. How may I do it, sir?
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
This is Iain. We've room calls. Nothing's free in this world. Glad to be of service. This is Iain. Of course, nothing's free in this world.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Shall we get underway? A reward for our efforts. I expect Captain Brandt will know how to put what we've gleaned to good use. I expect Captain Brandt will want to hear of this. Ah, yes, I know just where to find this person. Follow me.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? Look there. I espy another statue.
Why don't we go take a look? Right, just follow me. Do try to keep me in your sights, Master.
Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use.
We ought to take a closer look.
It is about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master? A reward for our efforts. I expect Captain Brandt will know how to put what we've...
If your pack grows overfull, simply ask me to sell off your surplus items. I'll have the gold for you in a trice.
Could you come over here? Seems there are wolves on the prowl.
Fire will prove effective against its foe.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
Overcome. I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful should we encounter another speaker.
Be well, Arisen. I'm not one for tearful goodbyes, but I must admit, I've grown rather fond of you.
'Twill be an honor to serve by your side.
A reward for our efforts. I expect Captain Brant will know how to put what we've gleaned to good use. Now to report to Captain Brant. Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. Unless I am much mistaken, we have cause to visit a place not far from here. Perhaps we ought to go there first. What say you, Arisen?
Here's so much mail like this. Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master story.
This might be worth a read.
Shall we take a closer look? The person we're here to meet is nowhere to be seen. Shall we come back later?
I dare say we shan't make much progress as things stand. What say we refresh our minds as to the details of our task?
Who are you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the usual play.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Will you not listen? Now you know you can leave me in peace. I don't have all day.
Go on, have a look.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage.
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known.
That's made my day.
Need anything? Dead on my feet. My legs are stiff as boards after training.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
How can I get more customers to shop? Now I have to go to market on top of all else.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master story.
What do you think?
I fear I've not useful.
Have you need of me?
I've just about had my fill of this ruckus. What's happening?
Time to be heading home.
Wonder if it's too early for dinner.
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet e'er since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel, but you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. He requires proper treatment. I am caring for him as best I can. I beg only for your patience. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I...
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray, bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it.
What should I do?
Tell me, I haven't got any leaves.
I don't...
Ne'er in my wildest dreams could I have imagined 'twould be the magistrate you called here. Not that I'm complaining. Pray, feel at liberty to come and go as you please.
I don't know what to do.
Ne'er in my...
Nothing ever seems to... I know. It's a secret, right? Don't worry. I won't tell anyone about the old man either.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
I'll hold on to this.
What to do? Hoy, Arisen! Say, have you heard about the state of the river? Do you know the river close by the church? Well, it's come to be full of muck and filth and all sorts. That's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make holy water. The water's so filthy that it's going to take twice the amount of gold ore to purify it. I was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold ore. After all, it wouldn't be good for anyone if the church ran out of holy water. I was hoping you'd say that. Thanks ever so much. I'll help too. I'll look for gold ore every place I can think of.
Now we seek gold ore. Though 'tis sold in shops, mining some ourselves might prove the better choice. Indeed, you are correct.
Thankless job, this.
Even I know when to shut up. I don't like it here.
I end up feeling...
Hoy, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? This'll be plenty, I reckon. Thank you ever so much. Listen, I was talking to the priests, and apparently our troubles aren't over yet. Would you be willing to lend us a hand again, Arisen? Just one more time? Thanks. So, remember how I told you about the river by the church getting all mucky? Now lots of people who live nearby are falling sick. The priests have been treating everyone as best they can, but there's nowhere near enough medicine to go round. I want to help them, but I'm not sure what I can do, apart from ask you, that is. Would you bring us some more medicine, Arisen? Oh, thanks, Arisen. I'll talk to the priests in the meantime, see if there's...
Now we've need of medicine. We can purchase it at shop. Or make some ourselves by combining the ingredients.
Understood.
When does my watch end? Practically all done.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Not yet. Fair enough. Come.
When does my watch end? Face it. No one's coming to my rescue. When does my watch end?
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Now that's just splendid! Oh, thank you, Arisen. This should be plenty. I'll take it to the church straight away.
'Tis a goodly deed we've done, aiding the sick. I only hope our efforts go a ways toward improving life in the slums.
Right you are.
should have come. Such quietude. Bless you. Must be Richmond. Townspeople.
Forgive me for last night's scuffle.
Always another errand to see to.
Mayhap I'll seek out a town.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly
A
appreciate.
treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Listen close, and your focus apply to this tale of a giant who touches the sky. Our hero, oft forgotten by history in spite of his worth, awoke one fell morning to rumbling earth. In a panic he started, out the front door he leapt, to behold what had approached a night as he slept. 'Twas a mysterious figure, but be it friend or foe, on shaking legs did he approach, the better to know. Yet he did not get near, for afore him stretched the sea. The figure was striding through waters up to the knee. This realization explained the bizarre. What had appeared close was being seen from afar. For truly, the figure was mammoth in size, tall enough to be blinded by the clouds in the skies. One thing was certain, should it walk upon land, no city, no mountain would outlast its hand. So he challenged its ingress with voice loudly drawn, and in an instant the giant was gone. Aye, in the face of his valour, the gigantus did pale. But who among you can name the hero of our tale? 'Twas none other than Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Birkenwell, which lives on to this
I'd heard tell of a beg. So where's he get his coin then? Makes a man wonder, it does. Could be he's involved.
No harm can come of a bit of kindness, I always say.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale. Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller? Much appreciated. Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by
Monsters and...
What do you think? Does this suit me?
Can't say I have any tidings to share.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Are you in the market for something in particular?
always a pleasure.
Well then, son, how might I be of service?
Welcome to Bjorn's Art, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. Hope to see you again.
May as well tell the such while you're here, eh?
This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here. We shall have to decide which is... the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
The one we seek isn't here. Perchance we've come at the wrong time.
I dare say we shan't make much progress as things stand. What say we refresh our mind? As to the details of our task. Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead. The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Good tidings to you. Are you the Arisen, perchance? Aye, I thought you might be the one. My husband spoke of you, you see. 'Tis through him I hear much of the gossip going around town. I suppose you're here to see him. You'll have to come another day, I fear. He's been sent out on a mission, and I can't say when he'll return. 'Tis a perilous mission at that. I've heard he is to fell a Dullahan at the Ill-Doer's resting place. I worry for him. I do hope he'll fare all right.
Pray, follow me.
As I've said, my husband has left to slay a Dullahan at the Ill-Doer's resting place. I can't tell you when he'll return, so you'd best visit us another day, sir. As I've said,
here we are.
As I've said, my husband has left to slay a Dullahan at the Ill-Doer's resting place. I can't tell you when he'll return, so you'd best visit us another day, sir.
We shall remain here.
Is there aught you require?
All this merrymaking is a joy to behold. Methinks I'll have a rest.
Dare I presume I've caught your eye?
Perchance you've heard. The coronation is soon to be held, it seems. The Sovereign, wounded in glorious combat with the dragon, is recovered at last. No tidings could be more joyous. Indeed, 'tis a weight off my heart to think that our fair Vermund shall once again be governed by a true ruler.
Come now, don't just walk on by.
Someone will ask me to dance. I quite understand why the Sovereign enjoys masquerades.
If you've naught to say, I'd best be going. Surely these extravagances cannot continue.
All this revelry in war's wake. 'Tisn't right.
Another ale can't make my dancing any...
Naught but tedious talk of gold.
I find it liberating to hide my face for a time.
Another ale can't make...
Everyone who dances with... Everyone who dances... Off to market I go.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
I'd sooner stay out of that.
hardly know what to do with myself anymore.
The sooner my duties are concluded, the better. I only...
Just between you and me, my survey missions through the caverns and ruins have been more trouble than I foresaw. My task is to seek out items of potential value and research them. And 'twas going well too, till I found that door. 'Tis an enigma, forged of strange materials and covered in queer etchings, but my orders are to get to the bottom of it. So back and forth I go on an endless string of expeditions. I grow wearier with every trip, but no closer to an answer.
All the same dismal affair.
Is there aught you require?
Everyone who dances with...
All this revelry in war.
Everyone who dances with me can...
Methinks I'll have a rest. My feet ache from dancing.
I would fain...
Pray, don't speak to me now. I've got to focus.
These festivities are part...
perfect for meditation.
Not that import ever happens here, anyhow.
I must get a move on. I've much to do.
The occasion demands we fork.
Just about anywhere.
Aught must be done about this.
Once the day's work is done, night is my own.
Such cheap drink. 'Tis not at all to my taste.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible. I would fain eat.
'Twouldn't do to...
Our first sovereign in decades. Last, we will see the end of the age of proxies. Indeed. The Arisen has always been the mainstay of vermin. Only they are capable of repelling the dragon and guiding us toward a brighter future. Not so for the Queen Regent and her son. Fair weather rulers, the both of them. Should war erupt.
Silence! Do you want the sentries to hear you? All this merrymaking is a joy to behold.
Another ale can't make my dancing any worse. Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with Batal. Surely these
They're the same. Tired faces in the same tired frocks.
Like for its pleasures?
I do so enjoy these nights of games.
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my skull guarding the palace. At least here I can listen to some courtly music. Makes the hours go by that much quicker, you see?
You ought not to abandon your post.
Ah, don't be like that. You know as well as I do that we're more likely to find a mouse trying to sneak into the palace kitchens than anyone else.
Like children would bear.
Why, you're... No. Pay me no mind. We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to inquire after another's identity. What? No. We who are gathered here are...
I do so enjoy these.
Why, no. We who are gathered here...
It would seem our sovereign has recovered enough to...
Another fancy party hosted by the Arisen.
Word reached
Do you
my
think he's
ear
feeling
that he would be
plenty merry
attending,
by now?
though I've yet to espy him.
Best mind that tongue afore you
No
leave.
doubt he must first meet with the Queen Regent. Listen, I've seen my fair share.
No. We who are gathered...
Business to attend to, friends to sup with.
Now this is a conundrum.
I cannot afford another
I'd
night
sooner
of
stay out
cavorting.
of battle, were it possible.
I've a niggling
Oh,
feeling I've
how
forgotten
lovely.
something.
I'll have to remember this place.
Best to remain sober.
This is where I come when life
It's a
gets
shame. They are
overwhelming.
Just how I like it.
A larger audience would mean more pockets to ply. Sometimes I wonder...
Silence. My sword arms could use some work.
not at all my taste.
Now this is a conundrum.
My days are so tranquil.
Just about anywhere. Such quietude is a blessing.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour all you like.
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on then, keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check, lest you forget these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean I. As you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures. You're welcome to come and play anytime. If you escape with your life, that is. Know, however, that our services do not come cheap.
I'll claw out his eyes.
Am I shedding?
Would that all my days were sunshine. For us are a sign that all is well.
These festivities are...
I must ask you to comport yourself with the utmost civility while you are within the masquerade hall.
Tis good to be reunited.
It seems you've obtained information regarding the false sovereign. Captain Brandt will be eager to hear of it, I'm sure. Methinks this will be of interest to Captain Brandt. Shall we go inform him? If you wish to meet with this person, I would gladly lead the way.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, Your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain unseen, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, Your Majesty? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and
I am confident.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen... Well, well. He is merely Deeza's puppet then. Even were he to be removed, I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phasus, was it? He seems a man of import, And yet, I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further.
Queen Regent...
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to... Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I have no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, your majesty.
So, the false sovereign operates at the behest of Queen Regent Disa. The spider has woven her web rather carefully.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your do not forget that we work to serve the...
It would seem we've a need to visit the palace.
Let us make for the palace, that she might investigate Minister Allard's chambers.
Lots to do, and precious little time.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for? Welcome, good sir. My sir, should you so desire, I can help you find your truest self. Much obliged, sir. Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
Barely did their sorts.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho, ho! To think my eminence as a collector would reach in the ears of the Arisen. If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive, and 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, Mayhap you'd consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Backbatal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the...
Someone must have the answers we seek. If we ask around, we might just find them.
Anywhere's better than the middle of a crowd.
If that is your destination,
You are the Arisen. Follow me! Tis best you move along. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere. There are times when no one's standing watch there at all.
Aye, it happened just yesterday.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the regent kin to request a private audience.
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will...
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Well, well. We meet again. Is this stealthy business becoming a habit of yours?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Need I say more? Something tells me this shan't be the last I see of you. Perhaps you'll be good enough to repay me when next we meet. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further, 'twill have to wait.
Such quietude is a blessing. It is well tiring being so alert all day long.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
Let me get that.
Oh dear.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilt between Vermund and its neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Phases. Now there's a name. Remember.
Say, have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Do come again. Welcome.
Good day, sir. Go on.
Welcome.
I'm like to fall asleep if I stay too much longer.
Slim pickings of late.
What's going on?
Wait for your equipment to come.
I've no talent for trade.
Now, where was I headed?
Oh, there's another errand to see to.
Greetings. You seek guidance, do you not? You have lost sight of your path, but I can point the way. You need only make a worthy offering in exchange. I have seen your path. May these words guide you true. You've my gratitude. 'Tis lovely to see you. Could spend all day.
Oh, sir, if you please, pray excuse my boldness, sir. I am but a humble maid in service to a noble household. Might I beg a moment of your time? My master is in need of aid, you see, and I'm hoping you'll consider offering your assistance. Oh, thank you, sir. You cannot imagine my relief. Might we continue this conversation somewhere more discreet? The matter it concerns is rather sensitive, and I would not risk being overheard. You will find my master's manor in the noble quarter. Pray, meet me there at your earliest convenience. came, sir. I must confess, I feared you would not, but I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied you conversing. She is the spitting image of my young master, you see. 'Tis my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry situation.
Diana, would you paint my mother a criminal? Ahem. Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master, I meant no offence.
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once was. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind while I attend to matters of my own. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid! Thank you so very much.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so kind as to bring her here?
This calls for a curative.
What? Huh. Huh.
You! I'd fight better if I had an L to get you all.
Might as well take a look.
You!
Here, eh?
Suppose that's enough for one day.
My head will roll if water goes awry.
This looks like trouble.
Huh.
This looks like trouble. This looks like trouble.
My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. What? Can't you think of a reason? I'd thought you were keener wit than that. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over. Now you found me out. So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Understandable. Still, no harm in asking, was there? Let's get this over with then.
I'll collect that.
I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well.
You there! Halt!
Shit! We're in for it now.
with all likelihood. He is an agent dispatched from Batal. Pray, let us handle the rest. We will hear all he has to say before the week is out. I bid you, wait till then.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier. It would allow us to save our strength, assuming we are not attacked, that is.
We shall see how bold you are in irons.
Do not test me.
It'll do you no good letting me rot in here, you know. Another agent will be on you afore long.
Such quiet here. Let's not sweat. Wonder how long this job is supposed to last.
Can't go on like this. Not many rumors to be had around here.
It's you again. What are you doing now?
Hi, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank you again for all your help. You really made a difference around here, hmm? You wanted to ask me a favor this time? All right. How can I help? So, this noble boy wants me to pretend to be him? I'm not sure that'd work. I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? It all sounds a bit fishy to me. All right, I'll do it. But if I'm not very good at it, it's not my fault, okay? Much more of this. Dead on my feet.
Lettering all day. Tiring work. Wisconsin.
Can't wait for the new equipment to come in. Would that all my days were so tranquil.
If 'twere up to me, I'd never leave.
Go on, have a look. Space like this makes it nice to
My bed.
I'm not sure what to do.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail. I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work. Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Look, young master. She's here.
Indeed. I could be staring into a mirror. Diana, will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way, if you please, miss.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery. And she was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a memento of her old home by her bedside.
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your preparations for the journey.
You know, the roads around Melve are supposed to be really dangerous. I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you, because it'll scare all the monsters away.
Let's see. What else must I bring? Ah, I almost forgot. In that goes. Let's see. Ah, I almost forgot.
Always sets me to think.
Suppose I better get to work then. Enough of the hunting for one day.
Why is everyone always in such a
Well,
such worn out gear?
Have many customers with reasons.
Kit. But not at the expense of my duty. I'd sooner stay out.
This place is lovely. I might stay a while. Here I can let down my hair.
Time to be heading home.
Naught but front-head market, methinks.
Fine fettle today. Might have a little tip.
I hear the safest way to get to Melve is to carry something.
Let's see. Ah, I almost forgot. In that goes. Let's see. Ah, I almost forgot.
The lands around me. It is not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative that accounts for both?
Well then, I must confess, I feel rather. I only hope I've not forgotten anything of him. You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain these will come in useful. Now, I really must be going. Wish me luck.
Take care, young master.
Come back safe.
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procuring you a suitable reward, so pray do come visit us again.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Finish it tomorrow.
All the best tales come from travel. How can I get more customers? They'll wish they'd helped when all I serve is gruel.
We shall see how bold you are in Irene.
Do not test me.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart.
We will hear all he has to say before the week is out. I bid you, wait till then.
Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Let me get that.
Might I interest you in my humble way? Hope to see you again.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
We've got goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
I'd wager our merry band can handle whatever comes. We ought to have no trouble on the journey ahead.
I quite agree. My magics are yours to command, should you require the skills of a mage. Might I be of assistance? Allow me to check whether there's aught nearby.
Be sure not to overlook anything.
Crossing me is the last mistake you'll ever make.
I shall do as you say. Well then. Our boat has been knocked off balance. Grab hold and drag it to the ground. Strike fast and true. Our body shall fall. Quickly, Arisen. You must regain your footing. I see you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can. Take that! This would have any hope of victory. We must employ every tool and tactic at our disposal.
Really? Now?
We must stand together if we are to seize victory.
I'll combine my magic with yours that you might cast the spell normally.
We are under attack! I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
I trust aught's well, sir.
What's happened? Is this some manner of trial?
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
Here we go again.
We must focus on finding victory, whatever our discomfort.
Of course. This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Surely a rest can wait till after we've examined our surroundings. I'd wager there's ought to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
Only nobles and merchants are worth the trouble. You little blighter.
Who's there?
You're all out of luck.
Let me get that. Now here's a surprise.
A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. Sunset draws near.
We shall have to be all the more vigilant. Goblins, master! We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. We've an opening. Focus your attack.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. Let my magic imbue your weapons with the fury of the elements.
Shan't let them harm us.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
During my travels beyond the rift, I learned of a cave near here that you have yet to explore. Shall I take us there? Pray, follow me. I know the way, so there's no chance of our getting lost. Here we are. A cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
Proceeding ill-prepared invites an early grave.
Understood.
How are we to get through this door? sure to avoid open flame. The flicker of a shadow, the gleam of an eye, the echo of a footfall. If we hone our senses, no foe shall escape us. Be sure to keep your wits about you. Who's this, Master? We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Aught fell from the breeze after the beautiful stars.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
We cannot break it from this side.
I understand. I shall remain by your side.
You haven't forgotten us, have you, Master? I've an inkling this place will yield a rarity or two.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find? When their skulls are smashed beyond repair. I'll put this to use.
I grant you fire's blade. Use it well. Out of the cave at last.
Such dark depths take their toll on the spirit.
Right you are.
Well met. Seems our paths cross again. I require some assistance. Perhaps you would oblige. Much obliged.
Understood. I shall proceed ahead. I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? Well fought. We are to retreat then. Let us defer to the Arisen. One of us has been drenched. One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. Such a magnificent tapestry of stars.
True enough.
We've a choice of where to go, but how to know the path best traveled?
Let us trust in ourselves and proceed with caution. You looking for a fight? I expect... This would fetch a fair sum at market.
A fitting reward for a rigorous search.
Prophet.
We meet again, Arisen. you look upon me so expectantly? Are we acquainted?
Let me get that.
Arisen, we ought to heal ourselves while we've the chance.
We must focus on finding victory, whatever our discomfort.
By your leave.
Well done.
You have my protection.
Oh, what does this say?
Let's have a look then. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use.
We ought to take a closer look. As the Arisen commands, so must we abide. Show some haste. This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. Ah, now here's a surprise.
Our collection grows.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. This calls for a curative.
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this. We're unlikely to find any warm hearths down here. Narrow passages may await us. Be on your guard.
Of course.
At times, I find myself wondering why we must fight against our fellows. True enough. If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering. Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
You! Losing battle ain't worth fighting.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
What am I?
We are none of us alike in vocation. One should think we'll be able to counter whatever comes our way.
I see it as a glad thing. We are well poised to supplement each other's strengths.
Battle is best avoided here. I will be your shield. hope of victory, we must employ every tool and tactic at our disposal.
Of course. We can ill afford to rush headlong into battle. Let us... watch our foe carefully to determine our best strategy here. We would do well to seek the high ground and fight an incline. It will make, I grant you, roaring flame.
Seems we have enraged our foe. His heart is vulnerable. Miss not this chance to strike. Stricken, you Arisen.
Fall back, and I will heal you to my magic. Wait right there. Focus your attacks on its heart.
Stilling its pulse with no means. But it can be done. The progress of heedlessness. Is anyone able to aid our comrades? I'm saved. Thank you, Arisen. Wear this foe, because the leaders control all. We cannot afford to fall prey to such attacks.
Of course.
coast. Are the rest of the barbarians? We must needs go swiftly. Before it is too late. Foremost priority is to douse those flames.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
This foe is nigh unstoppable when it's dropped. We must do all we can to prevent it from using its temper.
Strike at the heart while it's exposed.
Fire is not its weakness, but its strength.
Let's save our... Fire magics for another time.
Thank you, Master. I only hope I did not disappoint.
Dire's blade. Use it well.
I expected victory to be swift against such a foe. Where did we go wrong?
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment.
Our chances of victory are slim. A prudent choice would be to beat a hasty retreat. I have no answer to give. I miscalculated. Stand firm! You are not alone!
If we concentrate our attacks there, it will soon fall.
Understood. Shan't let them harm you. I apologize for burdening you with my failings, Arisen. Drake! Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours sleep?
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive.
A grand adventure awaits us. I just know it. I hope I can count on you in a
Master, if ever your pack grows cumbersome, know that I would be glad to purchase any of your unwanted items. I pray my efforts aid your cause. If ever you've need of an aid.
There is a rumor whispered among pawns that I've oft pondered. The gist of it is, when pawns travel beyond the rift, we can contract a peculiar illness that imperils the lives of those around us. At first, we are only restless and excitable. But in time, we become so unruly that even the Arisen holds no sway over us.
Can that really be true? I don't like the sound of it at all. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No.
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
I look forward to seeing your marksmanship.
Magics are at your disposal.
Well done, Master.
As a matter of fact, the time I spent apart from you was miserable indeed, Master. May we never be parted again.
Such thoughts are best cast aside through action. How might we approach yon spire?
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close.
Have at me. I'll gladly take on any number of foes. Fight. To arms. No quarrel here.
Trounced our foe well and true.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. Might there be aught over there?
We ought to take a closer look.
I'll get that for you.
We cannot break it from this side.
As you say.
Now here's a surprise.
The thrill of discovery never gets old. Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this. Look, oxen! How tranquil!
'Tis best to leave harmless creatures be.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
My magics are at your disposal.
That's no work. I can do no less in service to the Arisen.
I like that.
One of us has been drenched. One never can have too many of these.
What say we pelt one at the next foe we encounter? While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way? stood a chance.
Interested in my wares?
A dash of salt.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have seen a pretty stone lying about, would you? One befits was stolen from me while I was delivering it. And if Master Everard should find out, he'd wring my neck. There's no exaggeration. He said people killed before, more than a few at that. To be quite truthful, I'd been working under a man such as him, I'd only get chewed up till he decided to spit me out. That jewel was my last hope. Now it's gone. Unless you were to find it for me.
The jadeite orb could be anywhere now. Perchance we ought to speak with someone who has experience in banditry.
Great. We see a great many customers given our location, so you'll have to
A long day of work.
Interested in my wares?
What was that?
I end up feeling weary even after a day of labor.
Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here. At least you'll find a bit of. Many thanks.
Much obliged. Here you are. 'Tis a reward well earned.
In the end, 'twas all for naught.
Reckon your road's been a long one. No use hiding it. I've seen my share of weary countenances. Trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet. Many thanks. Go on, have a look. Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of crowd. But here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Reckon your road's been a long one. Trade towns can make you right sick of crowd. But here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet.
Many thanks.
I find myself hard-pressed to respond. Those recruits don't know common.
Well, hello there, sir. What can I do you for? Not that I there's always demand for weapons, particularly near the border, where quarrels occur every other day. Always a pleasure.
There are few things.
Have you come from Vernworth? How are things there? The ancient battleground to the north is overrun with hordes of fell beasts, and so little are survivors anticipated that you'll find not even a checkpoint here. In times past, 'twas safe enough a night, when the monsters sleep, but no longer. Since a few days past, skeletons and phantoms have made this their nightly battleground. 'Tis nigh impassable now. It could be that aught's befallen the cenotaph. I'd heard the spirits had calmed somewhat since 'twas erected. Say, if I cannot dissuade you from traversing the ancient battleground, would you consider passing by the cenotaph and making sure aught's aright with it?
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Greetings. You are the Arisen, are you not? Tell is you travel quite a bit. Tell me, in your comings and goings, did you happen to encounter a man by the name of Offulv? He seems to have vanished while in possession of a treasure known as the Jadeite Orb. My fellow merchants are scouring the city for him as we speak, but have had no luck as yet. And if I may be candid, our primary concern is not the merchant, but rather the orb. 'Tis an item of precious importance to myself and my partners, you see. I must see it reclaimed, and in my hour of need, who should wander by but the good Arisen? What say you, sir? Would you be so? You will be rewarded handsomely for your service.
It seems this jadeite orb is in high demand. 2 people have asked us to find it now, but only one of them can have it.
I shall stand by you, Master. Whatever you decide.
Would you be larcenous deeds are the Would you larcenous deeds?
Welcome, sir. If you've a change of vocation in mind, just say, after all, 'tis folly to linger on a single vocation when there are so many exciting methods of combat to be tried. How goes the collection? Made any progress? Always a pleasure.
for your life.
'Twill take a better mind than mine. Reckon your roads, trade towns, can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet. Many thanks. Go on, have a look.
Not sure what they expect. Peruse at your leisure, sir.
If I sleep on my woes, mayhap they'll go away.
Oi, you there! You've just arrived in town, haven't you? I don't mean to pry, only it's my grandson, a boy by the name of Rog. He's gone missing. Pray tell, have you seen the lad?
Morris, I've just found out Roger's been abducted by beasts.
What? No! How can that be?
I've just heard news. Rog was seen being dragged off by wolves.
Oh, my poor boy. We must go rescue him at once.
Morris, think what you're saying, friend. We can't go charging off after the lad. We are no match for such creatures.
Do you truly expect me to do naught but twiddle my thumbs when my only grandson's been taken from me? The soldiers won't do aught for him, will they now? Consarn it all. He's right. But what else am I to do? If I do not hasten to the poor lad's aid, who will? Do you truly mean that, sir? You will save my grandson if you return him to me. I will be forever in your debt, stranger.
Who might have the answers we need? Shall we... ask around?
I truly appreciate. Had you not spoken up when you did, I fear Morris would have rushed. I know he's in pain. I am too. But trying to resolve this ourselves would only serve to add more corpses to the pile. Oh, I should tell you. I heard someone in town witnessed Roger's abduction. He may have some inkling of where the creatures took the boy. Pray, do what you can to bring Rog back to us.
I've got wares of every ilk. Hope to see you again ere long.
Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet.
Many thanks.
Have a gander at my wares. He shot. Won't regret it. Hope to see you again ere long.
Shame there aren't as many folks spinning tall. I rather enjoyed hearing the one about the Gigantus. Have you heard it? It's said to descend in times of conflict, scattering friend and foe alike, and leaving only death and ruin in its wake. Sounds like the last thing we need, doesn't it? Life's been pretty kind to me. Interested in my wares?
Now here's a welcome sight.
I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
Interested in my wares?
It's been a hard day. Aye, I met Roger by the cenotaph, on the eastern side of town. He had what looked like a bundle of grass with him, only he was carrying it as though 'twere of the greatest import. He would say no more than 'twas a secret. So I told him to get home safe, and we parted ways. Yet no sooner had I turned my back than I heard him scream. I charged to his aid, but a wolf was already scarpering with him and its jewels. Poor lad. His cries haunt me even now. Pray help him if you can, sir. He deserves a better fate than this.
You'll never believe this, but the other day I saw an elven woman and a dwarven man walking hand in hand. Normally, you put an elf and a dwarf in the same room and they'll be trading blows before you can blink. Mayhap my eyes deceived me.
I've got nothing for ye.
Not much going.
'Tis my duty to hear the people's concerns.
The flowers that bloom around here glow come nightfall. From what I can glean, the petals absorb the sun's light by day and release it after dark. Isn't that unusual? Nature...
Beg pardon, sir, but I'm on duty at present.
Haven't got time to natter.
Tisn't my way.
Pray, sir, seek out the jadeite orb for me. As for where to look, you could try asking a bandit, or someone who's apprised of illicit dealings.
I've got nothing for ye.
I see life as a journey, to be walked a day at a time.
What must needs be done?
Greeting. We see a great many customers given our location. The Sword and Staff is open for business. You looking to join? Don't bother.
Why? Peruse at your leisure, sir.
I'd be glad to talk with...
Aye, he had what looked like a bundle of grub. He would say no more than 'twas a secret. Yet no sooner had I turned my... I charged to his aid. Poor lad. Pray help him if you can.
There are quite a few beastrons are in Batal, but you scarce see them this side of the border. Strange that, considering some say Vermund was a beastron kingdom in bygone days. Mayhap you've seen those headless statues on roads and such? Tellies, they're meant to be depictions of a beastron ruler. Couldn't tell you whether any of that's true or not, mind. 'Tis simply aught I overheard at the tavern.
Chance to put my feet up is as welcome as... Will this take long? I've ought to...
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Would you be so larcenous deeds?
What I can do for you?
'Tis my duty.
Watch yourself. I'm not someone you want to cross. I'm just grateful to still be in business.
Could it be aught's befallen the cenotaph? I'd heard the spirits had calmed. If I cannot dissuade you from pressing onward, perhaps you'd consider passing by the cenotaph and making sure all...
I find myself hard pressed to respond.
Stocks and